Now, what are the legislations that we have under this subject? Okay, we have these 4 legislations that we need to know. First is Hindu Marriage Act, Hindu Succession Act, Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act. Now, it's very easy to remember the years as well. Why? Because it's 1955, then all the other are 1956, 56, 56. Okay, so marriage is different 1955, others are 1956, 1956, 1956. Okay, that much you remember today. Right? After that, I told you, just like Specific Relief Act, all of these 4 legislations are, as of now, applicable to whole of India, including Union Territories of Jammu and Kashmir as well as Ladakh. All right, applicable for all the 4 different legislations. Very easy to remember again. And for all those 4 legislations, earlier it was not applicable to state of Jammu and Kashmir. Again, Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019 made it applicable. All right.
Today I wrote this for motor vehicles.
Yeah, like this is a very good thing to write in your introduction, and it applies for all the 4 things, right? So you can write that. So try remembering this portion, and that there are 4 legislations that you need to remember. Okay, just forget about what you studied, torts, contract, whatsoever. Just remove everything from your mind. Now you need to remember these 4 things. 4 legislations. Marriage is 1955, others are 56. Okay, this part you anyways remember by now. This much if you remember, it will be a lot of help for you. All right, now we are going to discuss guardianship, Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act, and maintenance. All right, today few things that you need to basically remember. All right, so why I am discussing this today is because you will have enough time to every day go through this document. All right, even if you are in office, that's fine. Download it on your phone. Whenever you have free time, just go through this document once, maybe twice in your office time, come back home, and then again do the same thing. It will just be in your mind this way. Okay. Now, these concepts are why I told you, right, that you just appear for Hindu law is because these things are something that we have seen in our entire life, right? We have maybe not seen something from IPC, right? What is mischief? Maybe you have never heard of that. But these things we keep on seeing, it's like very much relevant. So we can just go for this enough. Now, with regard to maintenance, again, same introduction we have for maintenance also, right? Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, same Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act also we had. So under Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, now what is maintenance?
Money for food, education, and daily day-to-day activity, school fees.
Yeah, whatever we need to maintain a person, right? That money is maintenance. Now, right of maintenance, from where, like this is just some idea so that you can write like what is maintenance. Maybe you can write 2-3 sentences. That's why I have given. It's something that we can all relate to. The right of maintenance arises from the concept of an undivided family where head of such family was bound to maintain its members, their wives as well as children. Like we have seen, right? Grandfather would be there, grandmother would be there, who will take care of all the members of the family, right? So all members of a joint family, whatever be their status, whatever be their age, are entitled to maintenance. All right. So it used to happen in Hindu undivided family where there will be one head of the family who will take care of entire family. It still is shown
here
in many...
undivided family. Yeah, undivided family means like a joint family, no?
Yeah, joint family.
Yeah, multiple brothers will be living with their wives in one house, and their father will be like a patriarchal head. And
yeah, so basically it's like
in movies we have seen.
Movies and all we see, right? So it's like your parents and you. It's like nuclear family. The moment you marry and your wife starts living with them, it again becomes joint family. All right. So it's not like 2-3 brothers need to be there. It may be one also. So from there, this concept basically came that someone needs to maintain the entire family. And that's how we have a legislation also to talk about it. Now, What is maintenance? We know that, right? What is maintenance, or what is included under maintenance? Again, just remember these pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 pictures you remember. You have already told basically.
Yeah.
Food, clothing, and shelter. These 3 are basic needs that we know.
Yeah.
We also need education, and
Basic.
for our survival,
Yeah.
we would need medical expenses also, right? And
Oh,
there is one
medical care.
more,
Okay.
medical care, right? And another condition is there, because like marriage is given so much of importance in Hindu system, right? So that is the reason why if there is an unmarried daughter, then maintenance needs to be given with regard to her marriage expenses, right? Like reasonable expenses for her marriage. It's not like a huge wedding they should organize or something, but reasonable expense they should give. So these 3 you anyways know: food, clothing, shelter. Education is very important. Medical expenses is important, because Hindu system gives so much importance to marriage. So with regard to unmarried daughter, marriage is also included. So these 5, 6 things are included in terms of maintenance. All right, what is maintenance basically? This part is clear, right?
Yeah.
Now, persons who are entitled to maintenance. All right, we have seen that these are the things that we get for maintenance. Who are entitled to maintenance? It's first of all wife, who is entitled to maintenance.
Yeah.
Widow daughter-in-law is also entitled to maintenance from her father-in-law or whoever is there as a head of the family. Children, like someone's children, are entitled to maintenance, as well as aged parents. All right, aged parents are also entitled to maintenance from their son or daughter. Now, last one is dependents of the deceased. All right, so if take for example, there is a family where there are like 2 brothers, all right, and both are married, having children and everything. One of the brother dies, another brother will have to take care of like widow, daughter, illegitimate son, and all of these, right? This part, if you can remember 1 or 2, you can remember, otherwise this is fine. Wife, widow, daughter-in-law, children and aged parents, dependents of the deceased. Here you can just give one example, maybe mother, father, or widow. That much should be enough. Okay, so you see, if you remember this part, right, you can explain yourself that, okay, fine. Food, clothing, residence, these are the basic needs. Now we also need education for our development. We need medical expenses to keep ourselves fit. So these things are also included under Hindu this thing. Then with regard to marriage, also it becomes a very important ceremony of our life. So for that also it's included. Who are entitled, you can again explain that wife needs this, like that you can explain. So try remembering these basic points somehow, and then you will be able to answer. All right. So I hope this part is clear, right?
Yeah.